Bay Area mother and her son forced out of their home of 7 years on just 3 days' notice. They did nothing wrong, and unfortunately, it's the same reality. 30% of Florida renters are facing it this very moment, all because one law that could have protected them no longer exists. Tonight, ABC Action News reporter Jackie Calloway shows us what you can do to protect your family.
For 7 years, this single mom and her son called a Bayshore condo home.
I came home on a Friday about 7 p.m. and there was a notice that we had to be out in 72 hours.
The tenant, who asked that we not name her, says the landlord and the bank failed to notify the family their rented unit was in foreclosure.
I literally got no information from anyone that I had to be out, that I did not receive a formal foreclosure or any foreclosure notice.
Consumer Attorney Charles Gallagher blames Congress. Lawmakers allowed the federal protection Tenants in Foreclosure Act to expire December 31st.
It gave that tenant 90 days before it had to leave the property. Or if there was an existing written lease, it put the bank into the shoes of the landlord so they could live out their lease.
It's bad news for renters whose landlords face foreclosure.
It means you're fair game. It means upon the title passing back to the bank, at the end of the foreclosure, you can be dispossessed from the bank, by the bank almost immediately.
In this tenant's case, she had 3 days to pack and find a new home for her family.
It was terrible. Being a single mom, I really was scared. There was no options. There was no one for me to call.
The banks are supposed to notify all interested parties in the event of a foreclosure, but that does not always happen. Your only option to negotiate more time directly with the bank. Now, before you sign your next lease, check out the status of the property. All you have to do is punch in the address and/or owner's name at the Clerk of Court's website. Jackie Calloway, taking action for you.
And the number of foreclosures in Florida are dropping, but we're still #1 in the country. Here are Realty Trac's top 5 markets in the country for foreclosures in the first quarter. You can see 3 are right here in Florida. #4 is actually in Lakeland. In the greater Tampa Bay metro area, the highest number of foreclosures are occurring in Pasco and Hernando counties as well. 1 in 124 homes here in Pasco County are in foreclosure. Hernando County is faring a little bit better with 1 in every